Whack. Alright, y'all. Shit. Got me fucked up. And we're back again. That was kind of whack. Try it again. Alright. We will wait as we wait, because that one got jacked up. The hell. What up, Laura R? I don't know if you guys were in here earlier, but my laptop just fucking cut out on me. My Mac, it wasn't charged, I guess, the whole time. I thought it was charging. Nope, it is not charged. Wow. Hello, Laura R. So, yeah, this is take two, money talk, stock talk. Damn laptop, man. Anyway, that's crazy. I gotta be better prepared. I had all my notes and everything on there ready to go, ready to show you guys. What up, Practical? Wait for some people to get in, because this is take two. I was on 5 minutes ago and my laptop just shut off. So we'll wait a few minutes. And yeah, we'll wait a few minutes for some other people to come in here. And let me do this. That sucked. I had all my templates and everything ready to go to show you guys, and my laptop went out. Sorry about that, guys. So now I just gotta talk about it. I can't show you because now I'm on my phone. But let me see if I can get rid of this. Anyway, who's in here right now? Laura R, Practical. Nah, you're not blocked, Practical. I don't think you are, at least. Well, obviously not. You're talking, so you're good. Now I gotta transfer this stuff over to my other computer. That's not good. All right, your channel. Give it a minute, let some people get in here, you guys. Still saying I'm live too. The other one is still saying I'm live, you guys, so I gotta try to get rid of that one. Being on StreamYard, still saying I'm live, so I think people are probably going in there. Yeah, how do I get rid of this? Yeah, because I never shut it down, that's right. So it's still saying I'm live. All right, I gotta delete you somehow. Hopefully I don't delete the wrong one. But yeah, we gotta give it a minute because I got 2 live streams going. One is just dark, so I'm sure people are still sitting in there. Yeah, it's total mess up. Total mess up. I didn't know YouTube would let you have 2 live streams going on the same channel, but according to this, it does. And it still has viewers in there. Hurry up and delete, please. Yeah, Lindsay's saying screen is black, so we're gonna have to wait till this go to other live. All right, yeah. My laptop just cut off for some reason. I was doing it on StreamYard, my laptop just cut off. So I had to switch over to the phone. My laptop was sitting, it wasn't charging all day, so I'm like, oh, okay. got to fix that for next time. So yeah, and the other stream just stayed on. So I got to wait till people kind of figure it out, I guess. And to go over to this one, which is kind of jacked up because I had my presentation on the laptop. Man, think you have everything prepared, and nope. Next time I should have made sure I was at 100% battery on the Mac before I started, but not the case. Look, as you can see, dead. Ain't that some bull crap? Mac, how do you die on me? Killing me right now. Killing me, killing me, killing me. Now I gotta explain everything instead of showing you guys. Or do I just X this one and come back tomorrow? What do y'all think? Because I had I had some screenshots of stuff ready for you guys. And this is throwing a monkey wrench in my program. For real. For real, for real, for real. Boy. Now no one's gonna find this damn thread probably. So we'll give it a few more minutes and see what happens. See if anybody pops in, anybody else. Whatever you feel, do it after workout. Well, I was supposed to work out with Tatiana today, but I just wasn't feeling good. I was just tired, man. Thought I had COVID for a minute. I even took a COVID test earlier today. I was just like been drained for the past 2 days, so I didn't work out. So, but I don't have to do nothing but sit down and do this. So it's not like, you know, I can sit down and talk about stocks all day. So yeah, I'm gonna wait about 5 more minutes and then not, yeah, because I did have a presentation on the laptop and I don't know how I'm gonna show you guys these graphs and stats and all that stuff. Maybe I'll just talk for about 15-20 minutes. Lindsay, did you oh yeah, you sent me your stuff, right, Lindsay? What up, Paul? If you're just now getting in here, my laptop died because I wasn't charging it the whole day. And my presentation is on the laptop, so it's charging right now. I may just revisit this tomorrow when I have all my ducks in order. But I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes. But Lindsay, real quick, what I was saying is, Lindsay, if you could look and see if you have what your buying power is left on Robinhood, I'm gonna have you put the majority of whatever your buying power is left for this week into Costco, because Costco took a big dip today. And it's always good to buy low. It's always good to buy low. You know, everything took a huge dip today. And I wish I could show you guys this, but my damn laptop is, sucks, man. Thought I had everything ready to go. What's Lindsay saying? Practical, Lindsay does it. She says, yes. Oh, yeah. I think I know who Sacktown is. Just Sacktown Bar, just without the 44. He don't want to talk under his real name. Lindsay, what does your buying power say right now after you put the $10 in Costco? Oh yeah, the market is falling right now, Derek. It's been going down for a few days now. Yeah, Practical. It's actually been going down ever since the beginning of the year, we're in a bear market. There's a bull market when it goes up, bear market when it just slowly goes down. Yeah, we are definitely in a bear market right now. But the good thing about bear markets, I've seen some statistics I want to show you guys about bear markets. So they don't last more than, I think I had these on my laptop, but maybe 200 days. They last 200 days, and bull markets usually last 5 times more than a bear market. Now, I need to look at my numbers though, because those numbers don't sound right. But twice as much as a bear market. So if you're a long-term investor, over time, you will always win. It told me to deposit the 10 in the morning, so right now it's the... You sure deposit, are you using the right language? Are you sure it says deposit, or it would actually execute the trade tomorrow morning? Let me know about that. Jose, is that the same super sticker you sent earlier on the... Or is this a new one? But anyway, appreciate the super sticker, Jose. Jose sent one earlier too while I was on StreamYard, but my laptop shut off. But Lindsay, real quick, give me the exact verbiage of what that said. Let me see what practice says. Derek, were you in the markets when the 2008 crash? I was in it, but I wasn't in it. So what I'm saying is I had a 401k with the NFL, and so I was in it, and it was crazy because we would get a statement every month, or maybe at that time, I think we would get a statement every quarter. We would get it every 3 months. And I literally watched, I think at that time, maybe it was about close to 200 grand. I literally watched every time I got a statement, that 200 grand go about down to 50 grand. And it was kind of sickening. But when you're in it for the long term, like anyone would have said, oh man, you lost 150 grand. Well, I didn't really lose it. It's not a loss until you sell. The value went down. Now, if I would have sold all my stuff then, yeah, I would have lost 150 grand, but I didn't. That was 2008. I didn't take my stuff out until 2018. So by the time 2018 hit, it went back up. So it went up to $325,000. So that's one thing I want to tell you guys. Like, I'm a long-term investor. I'm not trying to show anybody how to do short-term, quick money, none of that. So over time, the stock market averages, it goes up at least, I think 10 to 12%. The whole average of the stock market, 10 to 12% it averages each year. Each year from the last 80 years. But again, I had all these numbers on my laptop where I want to give you the exact numbers. But let's say the last 75 years, if you take the average each year, it averages 11%. So understand, when the market in 2008 went down probably 50%, damn near to 60%, over time, we still average 12%. So if you're a long-term investor, you're going to win regardless. It's just the averages, the numbers don't lie. Now, right now, we're in a bad time. Bear market is what they call it. We are actually in a bear market. And right now, since the beginning of the year, I think the stock market is down like 15 to 20%. So if I have $100,000 at the beginning of the year, now it's down to 85,000. But I didn't lose 15. Only if I would sell right now, then I would lose 15 grand, but I'm not selling. So right now I'm doing a lot of buying because I think the market right now is pretty much at a bottom, and I think it's going to start going back up. Let me get to some of your questions because Shoeshine, I was on my laptop with What's damn with StreamYard, and my laptop died, so I had to switch over. So plus I wanted to get you on, and I wanted to show you a clip of that fight video at the end of this. Okay, Lindsay says, Derek, I tried to buy Costco earlier today for 10. I can't remember exactly how I said it, but I was outside of the buying hours for partial shares, so the purchase will go. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, because after hours you can buy full shares, but you can only buy fractional shares during the market hours. And when I told you the market was closed, but that's what I wanted. I wanted to buy in the morning anyway. And the reason I'm having her buy Costco, more of Costco, a chunk, not a chunk, but the people that are in the group, I set them up with, Lindsay, you do $20 a week. So she has 4 stocks, which she invests $1 a day in 4 stocks, which adds up to $20 a week. But she has money on the side. She has more than $20 in her account right now. She has an extra 50, which I like to have on the side for days like this. So Costco's down 12% today. So that's why I want you to put a little bit more into Costco, because it's down. And we always want to buy low, sell high. So Costco is at a low right now. Like if, let's just say Apple was down 12%, I would have said, yo, put that in Apple. But since it's Costco, we want to buy majority of that. Not the majority, but you know, with the money that you have in, we want to put a little bit more on that. What else? Target's down 25% today, really? I don't mess with Target, but Jesus, may have to. A lot of stocks are down today though. But Target is down 25% today or on the year? I don't believe it's down 25% in one day, but let me check this out. That would be crazy. There's no way. A stock going down 25% in one day is rare. TGT. Wait a minute, that's not TGT. Why ain't you punching in? Ooh, he's right. Jesus. I would have to see what the news is on Target. Yeah, Target is down 25% today. I might have to look at that. Thanks for putting that in here. Jesus. Target's a pretty stable company. That's kind of weird. But with even Costco being down 12%, something crazy is going on with these. I got to see what news is on this. That's crazy. I've never seen Target down 25% one day, and Costco down 12% and Target down 25%. That tells you that things are pretty bad right now. But like I said, it's buying time. You always want to buy low. You don't want to buy when Costco is up 25%. That doesn't make sense. You want to buy when it's down 25%. Because over time it will go back up. But I want to see why that's down though. Anybody have any news why that's down? Did they have to raise their prices due to inflation or something like that? Forward guidance, that's what it was. They lowered their forward guidance, but damn, 25%. All retail stocks went down dramatically. Consumers cut their spending per Target reporting. Okay, that makes sense. CT guy, that makes sense. See, since I'm so long-term, and I'm not into Target, but I am into Costco, I don't really worry about the day-to-day news, because it's like you guys. I have an account that I set up. I set up the same as I have in the group with Sarah and Lindsay and Mom Food, whoever's in our group. I put the same portfolio together so I can monitor what you guys are doing. I have the same thing, the $1.25 a day, and that's just on a side account so I can see what you guys are doing and switch stuff. That's why when I seen Costco down 12%, I'm like, okay, put some extra money in the Costco. And the other ones I think were down, maybe, let me see. The other ones that we have, like Sins and Apple, maybe down 3 or 4%. QQQ was probably down 3% today. But we definitely want to hit, since we're in the beginning of this investing with that portfolio, we definitely want to, when a stock goes down like that, we definitely want to put more equity into those, especially if it's a good company. I mean, Target's a good company. Costco's a good company. Apple's a good company, obviously. It's just hard times right now with inflation. Things, I mean, all the stocks are going down. If I look at my stock list, I mean, it's all red. Everything's red. You know what I mean? So everything went down today. Sins went down 9%. The NASDAQ went down damn near 5%, which is crazy. Crazy, crazy. What else went down crazy? Costco, 12% we talked about. What else went down like a lot today? Blink Charging. GM went down 6%. Netflix went down 7%. I'm just trying to give you guys companies you guys know about that are popular. What else? Signet Jewelers went down 7%. So what does that tell you? A jewelry store went down 7%. People aren't spending money like they used to anymore. With this inflation, spending on gas mainly. Amazon went down 7% today. It's just saying people aren't spending money. So when people aren't spending money, obviously, you know, the company is not going to make as much profit. So the stock goes down. But again, that's just temporary. It's not going to be like this for the next 5 years. I've never heard of a 5-year bear market or a 5-year recession. I mean, I think back in the 1930s or something, you had the Great Depression or whatever they called it. I don't know how long that lasts. But this is actually, if you're new to investing, this is the perfect time to get in because everything's low right now. And the key to making money in the stock market is buy low, sell high. Thanks, Barbara, for the 1920. Yeah. Wow. Chewy. So it looks like these consumer goods companies are really taking a hit. Chewy went down 12% today. They sell the dog food and the dog stuff. They went down 12% today. Wow, yeah. I'm glad you guys told me about that Target though, because I don't follow Target. Airbnb is down 8%. That's telling me they're gonna say people aren't gonna travel as much. But shit, Vegas be packed, so maybe I don't know about that travel. But I guess it'll all reflect in about 2 weeks. We'll see. And especially if gas prices keep going up, stock prices are pretty much gonna slowly keep going down. Ulta's down 10%. All these consumer good companies are taking a big hit, have taken a big hit today. I'm going through this. Blue Spear down 22%. Wow. I got to get more on I got to start watching this more daily again, you guys. But like I said, ever since I just decided to strictly be long-term investor, I don't really have to make daily trades because, like I said, it's not a loss until you sell, and eventually they go back up. So, for instance, let me give you a for instance. When COVID first hit, what was that, back in 2020? I think it hit February, like mid-February, but it didn't start reflecting until March, the stock market. So the stock market, before it hit, was at $30,000. This is the Dow Jones Industrial. I'm not giving you exact numbers, but it was around $30,000. The average was 30,000. At the worst part of COVID, understand this, for the next 3 or 4 months, that 30,000 went down to 19,000. So you're going, woo, whoa, 19,000. Now, by the end of 2021, so let's say the beginning of 2022, it was up to 35,000 or even hit 36. Let me get my numbers exact because I got my phone. Let me see what the 2-year. So come on, S&P. So it looked like it hit 36,000 November 9th. So do you see what I'm saying? How it came back? It went down during COVID because everything was shut down. It went down to 19,000. And it came back up to even higher than it was before. It went up to 35,000. Now it's down to 31,000. But my point is, if you stick with it, it's going to eventually go back up. It will be crazy to sell right now when it was at 36,000. That would have been the time to sell. But what I'm saying, it would be crazy to get out of the market right now because it's pretty much, it might go down a little bit more, but no one can time the market. And it's going to go back up eventually. And I think the second half of this year is going to start going back up. So again, if you're just now joining me, I had a presentation on my laptop that I was going to show you guys different numbers and different things to do. And my laptop died because I wasn't charging it the whole day. I'm thinking it's charging the whole day. And I'm sitting there watching Netflix all day. And my laptop wasn't even charging. It was off the charger. So let me read some of you guys' comments. It's not reaching the COVID. No, COVID levels, that'll be disastrous. COVID levels, it's not going back down to 19,000. No way. It may, I don't know, maybe 30 Dow Jones, maybe. But no way it's going back to COVID levels. A lot of people's 401ks will be wiped out pretty much. I think a lot of people will get really nervous if it went back down to COVID levels. We'll have a problem then. But I don't see that. I see, I think we're pretty much at support levels right now. But I got to figure out, it must have been some news today to make everything go down. Stocks just don't go down 25% like that. It must have been some heavy news. And people do overreact. Fed's discussing the rate again next month to cool inflation. Yeah, that's one part why the stock market's going down, because they're raising the interest rates. But they have to. I mean, when COVID, they lowered it down to damn near zero. So they have to definitely get those rates back to normal to cool down inflation. Because the money is not what it was once worth. Your dollar's not worth half of what it was worth, it seemed like 2 years ago, to be honest. Can't get anything for the dollar. Jimenez says, what's up, Derek? Pumps say buy Bitcoin. I'm not really into Bitcoin, but what I do is, because Bitcoin is so popular, I take 5% of my portfolio and put it into Bitcoin, because I don't really understand Bitcoin yet. And it's hard for me to invest a lot into something that I don't understand. And I swear to God, I looked at videos. I just really don't get Bitcoin yet. I don't understand how, and maybe somebody here can explain it. I just don't understand Bitcoin. I just don't see how, if you have a Bitcoin, and what is Bitcoin at right now? Let me see. It's at $29,000 per Bitcoin. I don't see how something can be worth, let's say you have $1. That dollar is gonna be $1 still. But with Bitcoin, the next day, that 29,000 could be worth 40,000, or it could be worth 20,000. So let's say you buy something with Bitcoin, and at the time you buy something, is it that price? So if it's at 30,000 and you buy something for 30,000, right? And you hand over that Bitcoin, or however you make the transaction. But now Bitcoin goes down to 20 grand. I mean, you made out, but whoever you gave that Bitcoin to, they just lost 10 grand. I just don't know how that works. And maybe somebody can explain that to me. Give me a call actually and say, this is how Bitcoin works, because I honestly don't get it. And I don't understand why somebody would want to get paid in Bitcoin if that value could drop. And Bitcoin is up and down like that every day. If that value could just drop so fast, especially during a time like this, I would not be taking Bitcoin, because it's volatile right now. And it's just, that shit could drop, with some bad news. that 30,000 Bitcoin could drop to 20,000, overnight. Because Bitcoin trades, it never stops trading. It doesn't depend on the market. Like when the market's open or closed, Bitcoin's market is always open. Good thing about that, you can always buy and sell Bitcoin. And if you're like a day trader, you could really come up off Bitcoin if you're really monitoring Bitcoin, where you're buying and trading each day, for sure. All right, let me say Paul Estrada says harder to borrow, but wages will catch up sooner than later. Yep. Thing about Bitcoin is that it's a currency, and currency shouldn't pop like that. Why would I buy a pizza if tomorrow I can buy 30 pizzas? Exactly, Paul. That's why I don't really understand Bitcoin like that. And I don't even see how, they make it legal or whatever. But let me get to some more comments. Practical, that's true, Derek. For the most part, I'm not a fan of Bitcoin. I actually think it's a scam. But yeah, some people do think it's a scam. I know a lot of people got rich off Bitcoin, which is crazy. But I'm not a fan of Bitcoin. But like I said, I put like 5% of my portfolio in it just in case. You know what I mean? Some people bought Bitcoin when it was $1 and now they're millionaires. So it's like, okay, I'll put a little bit in it. Never know what's going to happen with it. Let me go back. I'm so mad my laptop. You guys, I may come back tomorrow at the same time because I got some information I actually want to share with you guys. But like I said, I wasn't paying attention to my laptop. Shoeshine Boxing said, I'll never cut back on food, hence Costco. But if recession happens, I'm cutting back on Target. What's Target? Somebody tell me what Target is. Yeah, one thing, normally, you guys, it's crazy because during a bear market or during, hard times or inflation, the consumer goods, people don't stop eating. Everybody's, you'll cut back on jewelry and travel and stuff like that. But those companies usually do well during a time like this. That's why it's so surprising to see Costco and Target stock down right now, because they're not going to stop eating, just like Shoeshine said. No one's going to stop eating. I mean, you might look for some bargain. Maybe you might go to generic foods or something, but you're not going to stop eating. So that's what I don't understand about Target and Costco, because we still need our goods. But I'm definitely try to read some articles and see what's going on with that. But again, a lot of people, they overreact. And what I mean is overreact. What happens with a stock, let's say you see the stock down 5%. It's like a snowball effect. Now everybody's like, ooh, why is Target down 5%? So everybody starts selling. Don't know why. They just see it down 5%. So, ooh, I better get out of Target. And it's just a snowball effect. And it just goes down and down and down. Now, not gonna say guaranteed, but I'm 9 times out of 10 that stock will go back up tomorrow, because it was just a big overreaction, 25%, unless there's just some really bad news that they put out there, really, really bad. And from what you guys were telling me, their guidance, which is saying they're saying in the future, we're not gonna make as much money as we normally do. And that's what the guidance is. I'm just trying to explain it to you guys in simple terms. They put out a guidance, basically a statement saying, next time we report our earnings, it's not going to be as good as last time. So people are like, ooh, let me get out. But to be down 25%, that's a big overreaction. And I think the stock, unless the whole stock market's down tomorrow, I think it'll probably pop back up a little bit tomorrow, because when people sell, we tend to overreact a lot. And that's what happens in the stock market. And it also goes the opposite way too when you see a company, they do their IPO, initial public offering, and I'll explain that to you guys. It's when a company decides to put their shares of their company on the market to trade back and forth. So normally on that first day, you'll see a stock start at $20. and I've seen them go up to $100. It's because everybody, it's like the snowball effect, but going up. Because everybody's like, ooh, it's 21, it's 22. Oh, I got to get in. So everybody's like, I got to get in, I got to get in, I got to get in, I got to get in. I never buy on the opening day because it's an overreaction. So that stock will go up to 100. You end up buying it at 80 or something. Unless you sell at 100, you're going to lose money, because what's going to happen is everybody's going to start selling that next day or two. And that stock's, sometimes it even comes back lower than what it initially, the initial $20 price. It'll go under that. Facebook did that on its first time, I remember. And I got caught up in the buying on that first day. If I would have waited about a week or so, I could have got it cheaper than the 20 bucks. I ended up buying it at 40, but that was a mistake. You know, I've learned from that. Never buy IPO on the first day unless you can get it before it hits the market. Let me get to some of your comments. Practical says, Derek, do you remember ever hearing about lumber liquidators and how that stock collapsed because of the cancer causing materials a few years ago? Never heard, but I could see why that would tank because of that. I mean, bad news will tank a company, for sure, unless you're just one hell of a company. CT guy says, I'm not buying till we see capulation. Then I'm going in big in total market ETFs, VOO, VTI, QQQ. Yep. That's what I suggest for any newbie. I suggest ETFs. Like, I got our group in QQQ, and that's the NASDAQ 100. And like I said, I got a bunch. I had some paperwork where I want to show you guys which stocks were in the NASDAQ 100. But I know these are in the top 10. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Tesla. Who else? You might be able to help me out here, CT guy. But it's 100. It's mainly tech companies, but it's not all tech, because even I think Costco's in the NASDAQ 100. But it's a combination of 100 companies rolled up into one basket. So instead of buying the 100 companies individually, you can buy this one, and it's called an ETF. You can buy this one basket, and it'll be an average price, and you can just buy that and you'll own all those stocks. But again, yeah, CT, I like TQQ. I have that in my bigger in my Merrill Edge account. But you said not TQQ for me. I have TQQ. But yeah, those leverage ETFs, I mean, they can shoot up high and they can shoot down just as fast. But I like messing with them every now and then, to be honest. I've made some good money off those leverage funds, but it's short term for me. I don't try to hold on to them like for years. QQQ I'll hold on to, but TQQ I'll do like 3 to 6 months maybe. And yeah, because those are volatile. I mean, not volatile. They're going to follow the QQQ, but it's just times 2, either up or down. Now I have to explain that to you guys, but I wouldn't advise getting into a leverage fund as a beginner. And this is just, this money talk is just for beginners right now. So anyway, let me explain how I got my crew set up in recurring investments via Robinhood. And the reason I like this is, and we spoke on this last week. So let's take Lindsay. She transfers $20 a week into Robinhood, which is, well, let's take Lindsay and Sarah. Sarah does 25. So that's $100 a month. And the reason I broke it down weekly is because if you wait to the end of the month to say, I'm going to transfer this money, $100, you may be like, I got this bill that just came up, or something came up, which may stop you from transferring that $100 over. So I said, this is what we're going to do. Let's split that up weekly, because you're not going to miss $25 or $20 weekly. We spend that on McDonald's, whatever. You're not going to miss that. So let's do it weekly. And what we're doing, so $25 goes in weekly. So we picked 4 stocks. I picked 4 stocks for them: Costco, QQQ, Apple, and Sins. I always pick one stock that's kind of volatile, but that could hit the roof. This is the analogy I use. I pick stocks that take the stairs, and I always grab one that could possibly take the elevator up. So it's going up faster. It could also go down faster too. So anyway, okay, what is it? Oh, Jose, listening and lurking. All right, anyway, I got to stop reading your comments while I'm saying this. So anyway, doing 25, 20 a week. And we're investing in the 4 stocks. So Lindsay's investing $1 a day. Sarah's investing $1.25 per day. And the reason I have it that way, because the way the market is going now, your cost average is that's how you're going to end up making money. So let's just say the market kept going down each day. So let's say you have a stock that's priced at $10 today. Now tomorrow it's at 9. The next day it's at 8, 7, 6, 5, whatever. You're going to buy it at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now, even though we don't want this to happen, but if you're starting out right now, we're kind of hoping that market keeps going down a little bit, because we want to get it at the lowest price we can, and then have that average. So let's say a stock went down from 10 and it went down to $1 and it stayed at $1 for a month, and you was buying at $1 every day. Now when the stock market starts to go back up, your average might be $2 or $3 for that stock. Now when it gets back up to 10, you just made a 70% gain, because we're in the beginning stage right now. It's not like we put $20,000 into the stock when it was at $10. We want to get it low. And that's why I'm saying, tell everybody right now, this is probably the best time out of this year to start investing and to do it this way. Because even if it starts going up, your average, it goes low, you go up, it buys. You're going to have an average probably in the middle. So if it was at $10, it went down to 1, and you start buying when it goes up 2, you might have an average of $5. But we know that stock eventually, if it's a good company, it's going to eventually go back over $10. So that is my point on how we invest. Plus, if you're working 9 to 5, you don't have time to be looking at the stock market and saying, oh, it's low, let me buy now. It's automatically going to buy it for you. And that's why I like Robinhood. It puts your recurring investment directly into the stock. A lot of brokerages, the recurring investment goes as money, so it'll transfer into your brokerage account, but you have to go in there and manually purchase the stock each day. Robinhood, and I think it might be, I don't know any other brokerage account that allows you to do a recurring investment directly into the company you want to invest into. I know Merrill Edge doesn't, TD Ameritrade doesn't, what's the other one I use? Fidelity doesn't. It doesn't let you invest directly into the stock. So we'll look at Sarah's, Lindsay's accounts in a month. And what I'm gonna start doing is, because I have the same account too, I'll start posting it each week, which I wanted to show you guys today. I had a screenshot, which I'll start showing you guys gradually, the performance, how it's doing. You know what I mean? I think right now we may be down like 1%, not much, because we don't have a lot of money invested. We're only doing $1 a day. So we're only investing $4 to $5 per day, $20 a week. So I kind of actually want the market to stay like this for their benefit, not for mine, because I got money in this other account, but for their benefit. If the market can kind of stay like this for a month, it's going to be great for them, because it's like, buying something at $2, Next month is $10. And that's pretty much how it's gonna be. So, like I said, I had a presentation ready on my laptop. Laptop died, I wasn't charging it. I'm sure it's charged now, but I don't wanna switch over, because if I switch over, I think I'm gonna lose most of the people. And what time is it anyway? What time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. But hopefully what I'll do is, let me see if I could, this sucks that this did that. Let me just see if I could read some stuff off real fast to you guys. Because now it's kind of half 13% charge, but here's some numbers. I'm gonna show you what, I'm gonna tell you. This is, and you kind of gotta invest what, some people invest 10% of their check each month. Some people might invest 20. It just depends on your comfort level. But what I tell beginners, invest what you're not going to miss in the beginning. Because once you see the performance, once you see you're making money, you're gonna start investing more. You're gonna stop taking trips to invest, trust me. Like, for instance, so let's take Nurse Viv's account. She doesn't, I'm not putting her, I don't want to put her business out, but she nurses. All our stuff is pretty much paid for, so she doesn't really have a lot of bills. We don't have a lot of bills. No car payments, pay insurance, stuff you have to, pay car insurance. What else? I don't know. But anyway, so we put up $500 each week because we can. Now this is pretty much her though. I think her portion is like maybe $325 a week or something, and I make up the other to make it an even 500 because I'm maxing out my Roth IRA, so I'm putting money over here. But anyway, let me just give you some numbers. $500 a week. This is at a 15% annual return. Now the average, like I said, is 12, but since that's just if you put in an index fund, but since I'm kind of into this, like I said, before this year, I was averaging 33% for 4 years in a row. For 2017 to 2022, the beginning, my average was 33% out of those 4 years. Am I going to do 33% 20 years? Probably not. I'm trying to. I'm not going to try to be, I'm definitely going to beat the average. You know what I mean? But anyway, I put it at a modest 15. I didn't put it at 33%. I wanted to put it at 23 because I think I can do 23 on the average, but I'm going to put it at a low 15. Annual percentage rate each year, 15%, right? So after year 3, we start out, the initial deposit was $1,000 and we add $500 each week on that. So that's $2,000 a month. So after the first year, let's go to fifth year. After the 5th year, after 5 years, she would have $163,000. Now, out of that 163, 121 is what she put up of her own money. Okay, but this is what I like about compound investing and just letting it ride for years. So let's go year 10. She would have 400, and if she waited, didn't touch anything, did 15% every year, she would have $491,000. And out of her pocket was $241,000. So she pretty much almost doubled her money. She actually doubled her money in 10 years. So now let's show you how it really gets funky. Not funky, but great. Now let's say, I don't need to use that money. Let it ride for another 5 years. So after 15 years, it's $1,150,000 off a $361,000 investment. That's the money she put in. Now let's say she wants to go 20 years. or she's just leaving it in there for our son or grand, whatever, 20 years. Now we're at 2.4 million off of 481. So the longer you let your money ride, and as long as you keep putting money in, at some point she don't have to put money in. Like once she hits 1 million, or not even 1 million, whatever. Once you hit she could hit the 8th year and not have to put any more money in and live off that for the rest of her life. But let's just say she kept putting money in. 20 years, like I said, she's at 2.4. At 25 years, she's at $5 million off of a $600,000 investment. So imagine if you started out with $600,000, what that would be in 25 years, which, yeah. Because I'm actually starting out in my other account a lot more than that. And I hopefully, even in 20 years, hopefully I'm feeling good. We're feeling good. We still want to do things. Because 10 to 20 years from now, we're going to be set as long as we don't fuck shit up. Like, we're going to be set. Like, we could give away $1 million at that age and be good. Like, here you go, son, or here you go, mom, or here you go. But, anyway, wealth ain't no good without health. So that's why I'm trying to stay healthy too. I want to live to be 100 because hopefully I'll be a billionaire just with compound interest alone. So anyway, let me take some questions because it's almost 9 o'clock and I don't have my paperwork. That meal will be worth half of it because of inflation. Well, yeah, obviously you got inflation and you got taxes and you got all that shit. I'm just going by strictly numbers. You know what I mean? But where else can you let your money work for you like that? You know what I mean? People say, yeah, I would own a business or this and that, but you got to work this way. Your money's working for you. You're not working for your money. So where are we at? Let me get some questions and then we're going to get out of here because I don't have my stuff. Finney says, what up, Derek? This is like a math class. I only got a 401k. The job matched my contribution, but I have no idea what I have in it. I didn't see any names I knew, so I guess been like that for years. Well, 401ks are good as long as your company's matching. I would always advise take that free money. But when you stop working and or if they stop matching it, I would definitely take my money out of that 401k and manage it yourself. Because they limit you on the type of investments you can put in it. And a lot of times it'll be one of those buddy systems. Like, okay, I'll let you manage my money. And they might be getting a kickback. You just never know what's happening behind the scenes. I never trusted that whole system, to be honest. The good thing about it is, they match your money, but I never trusted the investment choices they gave us. Like, why can't we have all the investment choices? Why are we just having a few? Because it's not that hard, you know what I mean? So I never really trusted that, why they pick different funds to invest in. They only give you a certain amount. Yep, CT guy's right. Get familiar with your fund offerings and your 401k. See what's inside of them. They have to disclose all that information. All you got to do is really ask for it, or it's probably on the website. But all that information has to be disclosed. They got to tell you how much the fund manager is getting paid, all that stuff. But you definitely want to look at that stuff because some fund managers, they could be charging you a lot and not doing shit, and that fund ain't doing shit. You could look at the performance history of that fund they have you in, and you might be like, nope, this is no good. I need to switch over to something else. But JD Nice says, what up? Do I normally save $300 a month? Should I do 25 a week thing just to play it safe? Yep, start out low. Start out something where you're comfortable with, you're not gonna miss. And definitely, I would do it that way for sure. And then, as you start learning different things, you'll get comfortable and you'll start putting more in. Once you get comfortable, no one's going to teach you to get comfortable. I can't teach you to get comfortable. That's going to be something you're going to end up doing on your own. Trust me. Because people would tell me stuff and I'm like, I'm not putting 100,000 into that. But when I got comfortable with different companies and different things, I would easily put $100,000 in a certain company or something like that. But I'm comfortable with it. Me personally, it's my decision. You definitely want to learn the little stuff and get comfortable. Derek, how do you screen your stocks? I use TD Ameritrade, but I really don't have to screen unless I'm doing like day trading or short-term trading. When you're long-term, it's you can put it in an index fund. I'm talking to this screen. You can put it in an index fund, and you're good. You know what I mean? You invest in the Dow Jones. You know it's going to go up over 5 or 10 years. You know what I mean? So there's no screening on that. There's 30 companies in the Dow Jones. You know what 30 companies it is. They're pretty decent. And over time, that's going to go up. Now, if you want to get a little bit, more riskier, like a risky stock that I have right now, I think it's $1.09. It's called SENS, SENS. It's a diabetes company. And just reading what the company does, I'm willing to take that chance to put like 30 or 40 grand in it. That's 40,000 shares. So if that $1 stock goes to $10, you know what I mean? It's a pop, it's a good hit. And the reason I don't mind doing that, because I did that with a stock called Tandem Diabetes. I bought it at like $5. I want to say 2 years later, I sold it at $100 and maybe $5. Made a lot of money off that stock. Diabetes ain't really going nowhere, and this is kind of the new kid on the block. So, yeah, that's just me though. But that's me learning about diabetes, knowing people, what my dad went through with it. My brother had it. They had to take insulin. So this company, it pretty much managed their system. It pretty much managed your diabetes for you through your iPhone, which I'm like, this is a game winner. You know what I mean? So eventually I think the stock will pop. But that's me. I did my research. I don't mess with all that Shibu, Inu, and all that. I just don't know about it, Justin. So I don't mess with it, because the crypto and all that, I don't know enough about it to put a decent amount of money into it. I came across SENS because I had another company that was doing the same thing, and SENS kept popping up as the new guy on the block. So I did some research, looked at some videos on YouTube, how the actual monitor works. I looked at how it works, and it's a game changer. If you look at every other diabetes company, how their monitors monitor your blood sugar and all that, and you look at SENS, go do some research. You'll be like, okay, this is the new next thing. Kind of like when Tesla came out with the cars. Okay, this is the next thing, the battery powered cars. This SENS is the next thing as far as managing diabetes. And I keep looking at this screen for whatever reason, because I'm reading the comments from over here. But yeah, but you got to do your own research to feel comfortable about something. I did my own research on Tandem Diabetes because family was running rampant with diabetes. And I'm like, oh, this is a game changer. Now here comes the next best new thing. And the reason their stock price is so low, because they're a new company, it's new. They're not making a lot of money yet. But I think once this catches on, it's like a 5-year hold for me at least. So, hopefully it hits like Tandem Diabetes. All right, I'm gonna read a few questions and I'm gonna get out of here because I don't have my laptop. I wanted to do this on StreamYard on my laptop like I had planned, and my laptop died 5 minutes into this segment. Good thing it died early though, because if it would have died 30 minutes in, I would have been like, damn. What do we have? Dave and Buster's is a good stock, says Paul. You guys should always, unless you just really trust somebody, you guys should always do your own research on the stock. Because actually Dave and Buster's could be a great stock, but are you long term on it? You know what I mean? Maybe they had some bad news recently. You just got to at least do some type of research. At least see what news is out on it. Or look at the, damn, I wish I had my laptop. Look at the high and the low, the 52-week high. That's the first thing I usually look at when I'm thinking about buying a stock. There's a 52-week high and there's a 52-week low. So that means within the span of 52 weeks, it'll show you the highest the stock price has gotten, and it'll show you the lowest it was at. And I rarely buy at the high because you want to buy low and sell high, depending on the company. But what I do is I try to find a good company. If it's close to a 52-week low, I try to find out why it is first. And if it's just over, maybe they had a bad quarter or something like that, and you know it's a good company, let's say Tesla or McDonald's, ain't going nowhere, Starbucks, stuff like that, I tend to try to get into those because, again, you want to buy low and you want to sell high. So, but what are we saying? Dave Buster matches the culture. Gaming and drinking DMB is always crowded. But you know what, Paul? Let me tell you something about your eyes can fool you. You can go into a store. Let's say you go into Walmart and you're like, man, Walmart's always crowded. Walmart's always packed. I need to buy some Walmart stock. Here's the problem with Walmart. And I said this last week. Walmart is too big to grow anymore. They're too big. Understand this. They're so big, they have no room to grow anymore. If you guys remember, Walmart was trying to buy TikTok. You want to know why they was trying to buy TikTok? For their stockholders, so they can have another source of revenue. So let me explain this, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Walmart, let's say they make $2 billion a year in profit, right? This is profit, so they're making money. But let's say the following year they make the same $2 billion. Following year, $2 billion, $2 billion, $2 billion. They're making money, but they're not growing. It's not a growth company. So take Tesla 10 years ago. It was a $10 stock. They were just starting out, so it was a growth company. They're growing. So one year they sell 100 cars. Next year they sell 200. Next year they sell 400. Following year they sell 1,000. Now they sell 20,000. Do you see what I'm saying by growth company? Tesla is still a growth company because once we get rid of the gas cars, period, yeah, they're going to have competition, but they're still growing because the market is going to be more battery cars than gas cars. Now, I don't know about Dave and Buster's, but what I'm saying, you can't go by what you see. You have to go by the numbers, because you could walk into, oh, McDonald's got to be a good stock because McDonald's has been around. There's so many of them, blah, blah, blah. McDonald's is another one. They're not growing anymore. But what these companies do, they pay you a dividend for owning a stock. So if I own McDonald's, let's say I have $10,000 invested in McDonald's. What they do is they'll pay you a quarterly dividend of, let's say, $200 every 3 months for owning the stock. And that's how they get people to buy the stock. They pay a dividend because they know they're not growing anymore. It's hard for Starbucks to grow anymore. You see a fucking Starbucks on every corner. So how can they grow? Start selling liquor? You see what I'm saying? So there's certain things called growth companies, and I forget what you call the companies like McDonald's that aren't growing anymore, but they're giving away, they're distributing a dividend, and that's how you would make your money based off the dividend. But I got all this stuff written down where I can give you guys the terms of it. DMB is still growing and opening new locations. Could be, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, Starbucks is probably still opening new locations too, but here's one thing people don't understand. Like Amazon. Everybody thinks Amazon stock should just be shooting out the roof, period. Everybody uses Amazon, especially during COVID. Everybody had to use Amazon. The problem with Amazon, that's what I say, you have to look at the numbers. The eyes ain't gonna do it, because if you were just, or what you hear ain't gonna do it. Because Amazon, they spend so much money, so much. They don't make a profit off selling products. Their profit is off their web services. They have a web service. That's where they make their real money. It's not by you buying and them delivering. You know how much it costs to deliver something and all that and all them returns? So what I'm saying is, do your research, look at the numbers within the business, and you can see Amazon spends a lot of money. And that's why their stock is kind of just sitting there. It's not really growing like it should. You would think it would have shot through the roof during COVID because everybody had to use Amazon. Not the case. The more they put out, the more they have to spend. You know what I mean? It's not like they have a lot of labor, put it that way. It's not like everything is just based off tech. They have to, you know, hire people and all that. Amazon has a lot of labor they pay out. So, you know, same with, you know, even though these NFL owners, they're billionaires or millionaires and whatever, but you sometimes you wonder why are they so hesitant to give this person a contract? They got a lot of expenses too, so they watch what, you know what I mean? They don't just give up the money that fast. I mean, you gotta be going through something. They go through their, you know, their due diligence, you know what I mean? Because we always look at, oh, they gotta be making a lot of money. Look at the TV rights and look at how the ticket prices are and this and that. Look at the payroll. You know what I mean? They have a huge payroll. And Amazon, I'm sure they have a huge payroll. Paul said Amazon just started turning profit in 2017. Can you imagine that? We wouldn't have thought that unless you looked inside the numbers. So, but they make the majority of their money off the web services. You know, and that's why Amazon, they bought Whole Foods. Amazon actually owns a lot of companies we really don't know about. But like I said, I can give you guys a list of those, and then kind of give you a better idea of, you know, what to invest in long term. You know, you really have to look at the numbers. And that's what I started doing, is looking at the numbers. At first I was in Amazon because of the hype, and you just thought, man, especially during COVID, their stock has to skyrocket, and it didn't, because the more money they're bringing in, the more they have to put out. So definitely look at the numbers. And what I also do is, if I watch CNBC and I don't understand something, I'll Google it. If I don't understand the word, I'll Google it. But I have some things. What I'm gonna start doing is putting on the, I don't know if I want to create a Facebook page for it or just stick it in the YouTube stuff. It's, what is I call this? I call it, I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm gonna start doing. And before you guys get out of here, go check out Jimenez. He's gonna be playing music. Jimenez, drop your link in here. Let me give you an example of something. I do a little thing, it's called knowing the basics. I call it learning the basics. So I'm gonna give you an example of, so you'll see, I'll give you an easier one. Okay, we're in a bear market right now. So some of y'all might not know what a bear market is. So I put up these little things and explains what a bear market is. So here's the Google definition, or if you go online. A bear market is one that is falling or trending lower. This can happen during times of recession or public crisis and can last anywhere from weeks to years. If you think the market is going to drop, you'll be considered a bear. This description can also be applied to individual stocks you believe will fall, in which case you're bearish on the stock. Hopefully you guys understand. But what I do is I got videos for each of these, and I'll read you the Google definition, and then I'll try to explain it like I'm explaining it to a 6-year-old so everybody can understand. And that's just one of the things, but I'm gonna start posting these up. I'll probably just post them up in the community section of the YouTube page. And, you know, you guys, it's good, honestly. It's good to know this stuff. Let me see. Let me give you another one. Dividend. Since we were talking about dividend companies paying out dividends, let me tell you what the definition of a dividend. Some companies pay out a portion of their income to shareholders, which is called a dividend. Depending on the company, dividends may be a one-time payment, may be sent periodically, i.e. every month, quarter, half a year, or may not be paid at all. Sometimes they can cut the dividend. But anyway, before I let you guys go, because I tell you I can talk about this shit all night, I have my son set up with dividend stocks that pays dividend. These stocks pay monthly dividends every month. He gets the same payment every month. So I set it up where he has 4 different dividend paying stocks, and they total out, it's like $1,500 a month he gets from this. Now this pays his rent, and it's monthly regardless. The stock can go up and down, but you'll still get that same monthly dividend payout. And that's a good thing I like about dividend stocks. You know what you're getting each month. So next time I'll probably show you how much you have to invest in order to get that $1,500 a month. Because it ain't like you're going to invest $1,500 and get $1,500 each month. That ain't happening. So you have to, I think we might have somewhere between, it's a lot, put it that way, to get that $1,500 a month. But I look at it as, someone was saying, why don't you put that money and invest into real estate? So I'm like, let's say I got 100 grand and I can get 15, I would have to have more than that. But let's just say 100 grand and I can get $1,000 a month off that. I can make $12,000 a year off the 100 grand, guaranteed off the dividend, right? So let's say you put that 100 grand into a house. Well, now you have to, let's say, you have to probably have like a $300,000 house to get $1,000 rent, we should say. So now you have to get a mortgage. So you definitely don't want your mortgage to be over $1,000 if you're only getting $1,000 a month for the house, right? So that's backwards. So let's just say you put the $100,000 towards the mortgage, and now you owe 200 grand. Let's say it's a $200,000 house, some bullshit, I guess. I don't know. Somewhere where houses are cheap. So now you have a $100,000 mortgage because you put the $100,000 towards the house. So you're renting it out, let's say for $1,200. But you still have a mortgage you have to pay. Let's say it's $750. So now you're really only getting $500 a month. Now, you do own the house, but you're still not getting what you would be getting if you just put it in stocks. And the thing I like about putting it in the stocks is at any point in time, if I need that 100 grand back that I invested in stock, I can just sell the stock and I got that right away. Now, when you're renting a house or whatever, yeah, you can put the people out and you can sell the house, but it's going to take a minute. It's work. Then you got to manage the house. It's work. Dividend stocks are not work. You just get paid monthly, and it is what it is. Hold on, I'm going to get to your questions, and then I'm going to, the hell just happened? I'm going to get to your, why is it saying video unavailable? I'm still here, right, you guys? When I go on my laptop, it says video unavailable. Oh, here we go. All right. I'll buy Amazon. It's way over. Yep. Everything's oversold right now, CT. Shit. What's not oversold? If you really think about it, I think on the average, everything's down about 20%. So yeah. Derek P says, thank thee. I'm just catching the end of the stream. I will go back and rewatch it. Love this topic and how you break it down for a 6 year. Yeah. Cause I be like, break it down to me as a 6-year-old, man. Don't give me that lingo. Break it down. If you buy before 527, you'll get the the 20-to-1 split. Oh, Amazon is splitting. That's right. That is right. I thought they would never split, to be honest, but Amazon is splitting. And I guarantee you a bunch of people don't know what a stock split is. I don't even want to get into that right now. It's real simple, though. CT says bear market when it's over 20% down on any one indice. Okay. Are we down on 20% on every indice right now? I don't think we're down 20%. But everybody's saying we're in a bear market, though. I don't think we're down 20% on the Dow from its high. Maybe 10%, but not 20. Tesla splitting again? See, I haven't really been paying attention to the day-to-day news because I don't trade day-to-day anymore. I traded day-to-day during COVID because shit was, and you had all these rookies coming into the market just buying whatever because they were getting that stimulus check or whatever. So I don't know if you guys remember, like about 2 months or 3 months after COVID, the market shot way back up again because all this new money was coming in. Everybody was buying Bitcoin and everything else. Kids that didn't really know what they were doing, they were just buying what they seen on the internet. So it was a good time to come in and capitalize off that. Definitely did. So, all right. So anyway, where's Jimenez at? Jimenez, where you at, man? Stick your link in here so people can go listen to your music, dude. But he's probably already playing his music. So let me, Lindsay, you got a link to Jimenez's channel? Johnny Jimenez. I keep saying Jimenez. Deja vu. I just split tens and pulled 1 acres. What the hell? What deja vu? I didn't understand that one. All right, Nas and Russell's in a bear market. Down S&P, almost a bear, not quite. All right, that's good info, CT guy. Hopefully next time I can just get you on here with me when I use the StreamYard. I can add people to be guest hosts or whatever. You guys, before I get out of here, let me see if I can find Jimenez's link. Maybe it's in the Instagram. He usually posted in Instagram, so I can stick it in here. But nope, he says no live tonight. My back is in pain. I took a pill to see. Oh, so well, I was just pumping that shit up for nothing. Anyway, no Jimenez tonight playing music. So anyway. Now why is this laptop taking so long to charge? Does anybody experience that with their Mac? Where the battery will die? Because I'm only at 16% now. Because I had 0 maybe an hour ago and I'm only at 16%. Who watched the game tonight? Blowout. Let me get back to this. You guys gonna have me on here all night. Trying to see if there's any more comments. Lindsay says, oh, I can't even find the channel. I am sub. Nah, he's not even going on, Lindsay, so it don't even matter. It does not matter. Anyway, where's my dude at? He was in here. I don't see him anymore. He be lurking. Where are you at, Sacktown? I know you be lurking, man. I see you added the 44 to your name. I didn't even know you had a YouTube account, actually. I know you lurking. Come out, Sacktown. JD Nice says, thanks for sharing the knowledge, D, and making it easiest follow. Appreciate it. Yeah. It would have been a lot easier if I had my laptop, man, because I had a lot of numbers I want to show you guys. I just don't want you to take my word for stuff. I want you to actually see the numbers, and then I want you to see how Lindsay and Sarah are set up on Robinhood. I actually want to show you, how they're set up with the recurring investment and the recurring investment in the stock, so you could actually just see how it's set up. $1 a day goes into certain stocks and basically why we pick the stocks. But, maybe I'll come on tomorrow, do an impromptu one tomorrow. And show you guys that stuff. I'll definitely have my laptop charged. I'll make sure it's charged. So appreciate you guys, man. But we just getting started with this for sure. That's my fucking head. Because like I said, I had videos I want to show you guys that explain how the stock market even began. And I got this off a little piece off of Netflix. I want to show you guys that because I think it's very important. If you know why the stock market was created, if you actually know why and who created it, who created stock market, why was it even created, it will make you more comfortable in investing in stocks because it was created to make money. It was created by millionaires back in 19, whatever the hell this started. And like I said, I got the video to show you. And they came up with a way to make money. Just like casinos, gambling, and not saying stocks is gambling, but I'm just saying it's just like any business or any people that come together and invent something to make money. The stock market was invented to make money. Nothing else but to make money off other people's money, period. Period. So I just want to teach you guys the things that I learned, and it made me more comfortable getting into the stock market because they can't. One thing I like about the stock market, they can't keep us from it. They can't, they want it to be their club, but since they're trying to make money off other people's money, anybody can get into the stock market. But what they do to keep us out of the stock market, they talk in coded language, which is bullshit. You know what I mean? They talk in coded language. And when you turn on CNBC, they know you're going to turn that shit off in like 1 minute of watching because you have no idea what they're talking about. And it's really simple as shit. It's just numbers, y'all. Price go up, price go down, buy low, sell high, hold on to the shit for a while. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for today then. I'll have definitely a more, how I want to say it, more of a numbers thing where you can see the numbers kind of make you feel more comfortable about getting involved. And hopefully I'll have somebody, maybe CT guy or somebody, they can add some input also. So one thing my group that I have, I'm telling them, the investment group, always have some money aside. Like if you have $100 in your Robinhood account, invest 80 of that. Keep 20 in cash on the side for days like this. There will be a day like this. This day won't happen often. With a market where Costco is down 12%, Target is down 25%, the Dow Jones is down 4%. That's rare. Like when I say rare, it's rare. The one time it happens was during COVID. It has to be like something drastically happening, or 2008 when the housing market crashed. But it's rare. So anyway, I always have them keep like 10 to 20% aside for days like this. So now when you see a bargain, you pounce on it. You have money to pounce on it. Because if you had that money already invested in everything, now you got to sell something in order to get this. So Lindsay and Sarah, I think I made it where you guys had an extra $50. So now we're going to pounce on Costco tomorrow. We may even buy Target. So, Sarah, if you're still in here, I don't know if you're still in here, hit me or text me and I'll tell you what to put into Costco. And Lindsay already did hers and we're good. And hopefully I can get more people. We kind of have, you're in this group and we'll talk about stocks, but maybe I have something separate where everyone can follow. If you want to, you can follow the stock group, and follow our investments if you want, and just do it that way. Especially for newbies. I'm sure people like CT, they pretty much know what they're doing, and a lot of people I'm sure that are looking at this are probably like, you know what, it's good to listen, but I pretty much, I know what I want to do with my investments. But if you don't and you're a beginner, definitely, you can follow our stuff. Like I say, $20 a week. You can do $10 a week. You can do $5 a week. Invest in one stock, $1 a day. But definitely get started, man, because compound interest is no joke. Like, for real. Like, it's no joke. So the main thing is to get started. And I wish I would have got started when I was 20, but shit, you don't know, you don't know. Because I would probably be up 20 mil if I would have started then. So yeah, you know, if there's any questions, ask them now. What up, Steve D, Sarah? Candy E's in here. Compounding is one of the 7 wonders of the world, says CT Guy. You are absolutely right. And I hope you guys looked at that compound calculator I stuck in the community section. That tells you everything right there. Numbers don't lie. Women lie, men lie. Numbers don't lie. So, JD Nice says, yes, that's what some of us need. Definitely want to dibble dabble in what y'all investing in. Yeah, JD, I'll try to make it real simple where anybody can jump in at any time. We started last week. So, I mean, by next week, I'll have a video up showing you step by step. Lindsay you might be able to talk to Sarah or Lindsay or even Candy E, because I think they have it down now. They could probably help you get set up on Robinhood. You could probably hit them on Instagram or something, because I think they're pretty comfortable with it now. I went over it with them once, and they seem to have a hang on it. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. So, but I'll definitely try to put a video together that is real simple, and it'll just explain how to get started with the recurring investments in Robinhood. And yeah, so that's pretty much what's up. Steve D, are you investing? Are you got investments going, or you just have a Robinhood account? Seemed like everybody got a Robinhood account during COVID. I hated Robinhood back then, but they have some tools that are very useful that other brokerage accounts don't have. Yeah, you could hit me, JD. I could, if you have a Robinhood account already, JD, I don't mind walking you through it, man. This is what I really like to do. Like, all that shit y'all see on Fremont, it's fun, but that ain't really my thing. This is my thing right here. So, you could hit me if you want to on the IG and pick out a time where I'll walk you through it. Just not tonight. I'm gonna finish watching Ozark. I don't know who watches Ozark, but Ozark, I'm on that. I'm on season 4, episode 10. It's getting good. So I'm gonna finish it tonight. I think it got 12 episodes. I'm gonna finish it when I get off of here for sure. Finish Ozark. Steve D says, my only investments so far are just the free ones given to me from joining via that Meet Kevin guy and Stephen Campbell told me about a year ago. All right, Steve, we're gonna get you set up, man. We are going to get you set up. Lindsay says she finished it. Cool. Man, Derek. Oh, don't tell me, Lindsay. It's 14 episodes. Oh shit, I got at least 4 more. All right, so I got some time then. That's cool. Yeah, Ozark, I gotta finish that, y'all. Like, what time is it right now? Hey, y'all, give me a second. I'm gonna come right back. Give me a sec. Maybe I could damn, can't switch over, but I want to see if I could walk. Just give me a sec. I gotta get something to drink. So anyway, time is it? Maybe I'll go to 10 o'clock. So you miss Nurse Viv. Nurse Viv was blabbing all weekend. How are you gonna miss her? Anyway. You think so, Sam? Me and Tom will hit it off from Walks on Wall Street. So let me tell y'all. I'm gonna go ahead till 10 o'clock. Some stories of me in the stock market trading. Some good ones and some bad ones. I'm gonna give you a good one first. I was telling everyone about this because I have a stock group on my phone. It's about maybe 10, 15 of us. And it's an ETF, and CT will probably get this. The symbols are UCO. I don't even know what UCO stands for. Let me see. But anyway, hold on. Let me see what UCO stands for. But it follows oil. So I know you guys are new, so I'm trying to keep it simple. It's an ETF, or anyway, let me just keep it simple. It follows oil. It follows what the oil does. And I want to keep this real simple. So if you guys remember back when COVID hit, so there's something called the WTI, and I want to keep this real simple. They price oil by the barrel. It's priced by the barrel. So let's say a barrel of oil costs $40 and they ship it coming from overseas. Let's say it costs $40. Now, before COVID hit, let's say it was $40. And I don't remember what price it was, but we're going to say it was $40. Now, COVID hits. Now, President Trump shuts everything down. I think it was there you go, leverage oil ETF. See, they don't even know what leverage is, so it's kind of want to keep it simple. But there you go, CT. Thanks. Appreciate you, CT, for real, man. Appreciate you. So anyway, because you're really helping out. So I didn't know what it was at first. But then, somebody hit me onto it. They said, dude, this follows oil, WTI, blah, blah, blah. So let's say, it trades on the futures market. Okay, so let's say oil was $40 a barrel before COVID, right? So now COVID hits. President Trump, President Trump, he shut everything down for how long? 2 weeks, a month, I forget. But he shut everything down. No one's driving, no planes are flying, nothing's happening. So there's no use for oil, right? Basically, no one's buying gas. So that $40 a barrel goes down to 20, goes down to 10. It went down to 0. You guys understand? It went down to 0 for a barrel of oil. Now, it even gets worse than that. A barrel of oil went negative. So now they're basically trying to give away the oil. And this is true. The reason why, there's ships lined up in the Atlantic Ocean, whatever fucking ocean that they come up. There's ships lined up in the ocean with barrels of oil. But there's nowhere to store it because no one's using it. So that wherever the storage is, it's still full. So they're sitting out in the ocean with this oil that if they turn back, it costs them so much to turn back. So now they're basically damn near paying somebody to take the oil from them because it's cheaper if you just fucking take it from me right now. So understand, this UCO follows that. So the price of UCO, let's say, we're going to just say it was even with, to make it simple, even with the price of a barrel. So the stock price was $40, but when COVID and everything hit, it went down to 0. But since a stock can't go to 0, it'll go away. What they do is they reverse split it. So once it got down to $1.33, so if you had, let me calculate this right. It did a reverse split, so it goes down to $1. And let's say you had 10 shares. What they did was they reverse split it and put the stock up to $10, but now you have one share. Same value because you got one share at 10 instead of 10 shares at $1, but they're reverse split it so it doesn't go to a zero price. Hopefully you understand that. So basically oil went to negative territory. So my thinking was, and it was the easiest money I ever made, pretty much. Soon oil's gonna come back. It's at a negative price. It's not gonna stay negative forever. Once we open back up, this virus is gone. It's a no-brainer. They're not giving away oil for free. So the stock is going to go back up. You understand what I'm saying? Must, or we're just done with life. It's like, dude, I put $100,000 in this shit. I told everybody else, listen, this is a no-brainer. It has to go back up. There's no president, there's no economy in the world that's gonna be giving away free oil, period. This is a once in a lifetime thing that happened. It's going to go up. But the funny thing about it, when people are dealing with money and advice, they didn't look at the logic. They just look at, ooh, it's a stock. I could potentially lose money. No, you can't. It follows the price of oil. If you're patient, it will go up. I was even saying when I was buying it at $2, well, reverse split, but $10, but it was still like $1. So when I was buying at $1, I was like, this is gonna go up to $100. Eventually, I don't know how long, but it'll eventually go up to $100 within a year and a half, easily. And that shit right now, it actually went up to, at one point, I think, it went up to $205 at one point. Now, this is after a year or so. But to buy something at $1, understand, and it went up to 200 within 15 months or 18 months, that's a big come up. Calculate that shit out. Because I can't really put my numbers out here, what I have in my portfolio, and that's a whole nother thing. Once I get through with my IRS stuff, I will. But just calculate that shit out. You know what I mean? $100,000 invested in this, 100,000 shares basically. And it went up $100. I didn't sell at 200. I ended up selling at 150. But easiest money I ever made. Now, I sold some on the way up also. I didn't wait and sell it all at 150. So once it hit like 75, I think I sold 20%. Hit 100, I sold another 20%. Go up more, I sold another 20%. But that's a whole nother story to tell you how I sell. I don't sell it all at once just in case the stock keeps going up. But I always sell some just in case the stock goes down. I want to get out of some of it. So I have a system to where I sell also. But this was never a long-term deal. Oil is not a long-term investment because eventually we're going to have everything's going to batteries and all that shit, lithium. So it was always a short-term investment and watch. But it's funny how this was so logical how I was explaining it to people. I'm like, listen, you think oil is going to be at zero a barrel? Now, it didn't reflect in the pump. You know, we wasn't getting free gas, but, you know, because the company still got to make their money. But it was actually a negative price per barrel. And CT or whoever is pretty good at this, you can actually look that up. But it was like, I'm sure a lot of people got rich off that. They had to, because I'm kind of I consider myself a newbie. So anyone that traded oil, experts, I guarantee you they became billionaires because of COVID and the oil prices. I'm telling you, they had to. Because if I could make a good chunk of money off that, understand what these experts and the people that all they do is trade oil and all that, understand what they made. That's why these millionaires and billionaires, they get rich and they get richer. You ever see how, what's his name? Bill Gates and those guys, those philanthropists. You ever when they say, oh, we're giving away half our fortune. Because they can. They be having billions. If you got $1 billion, if you got $2 billion, you can give away $1 billion easily. Because you can't do that. That billion is making so much money off its own, on its own. It's like crazy. I read something where the people that own Walmart, I know they have a name, I forget. I'm so bad with names and memory and stuff, but I forget what they were saying they were making off their shares each year, just owning Walmart shares. It was like maybe $3 billion a year just off their dividends alone from the shares they own. Just off that. That's not off the actual money they're making from the company. That's just off the shares they own. Yeah, the Walton family. They just be having, I couldn't imagine, like, honestly, if I had money like that, I would probably, everybody in here, you get $1 million. You know, it's like, I wonder what they really do with their money. Like, it seems like some of them be real tight with it. It's like, you can't spend all that money in a lifetime. And your grandkids and everybody from down on should be set. Especially if you have $1 billion, everybody should be set. I mean, everybody from my son on down should be set just with $1 million if they don't fuck it up. If my son don't fuck it up, you know what I mean? If I was to die tomorrow and he just fucks it up, he should be able to live off that. Like, dude, you should live off the interest alone and not have to even touch the base $1 million if you don't fuck it up. But people fuck it up. That's why I don't see, they need to, I think in the NFL, they're starting to make rookies go through classes about money. Because I think once you make your meal, even a half a meal, it just depends on how you're living. But I say $1 million. I think once you make $1 million, you should be able to live off that for the rest of your life. If you're not doing crazy shit. I really believe that. Yeah, definitely also buy when the market's down for sure. Buy the dip, as they say. But you know what happened? You know what was funny during COVID time when the market kept dipping and dipping and you don't really know how more was gonna dip? It's like, shit, how can you keep buying the dip if it keeps dipping? It's like, I'm out dipped. I done bought all the damn dips and it just kept dipping. That happened to me because you never know. No one thought the Dow Jones would go from 30,000 to 20,000. That's what, losing 33% over like, just like that. So once it got down to 25 or 22, I'm like, oh, I can't go any lower. Then the shit went down to like 19 or 18. I'm like, God damn. But you know what's crazy? CT might know his name. I forget his name. But there's an investor, and this is something I'm going to teach my group because I'm going to start doing it. It's called shorting the market. And basically you're betting on the market to go down. You're investing in the market to go down. So when it goes down, you make a lot of money. But anyway, forget his name. But he invested like 25 million. He's a big time investor. Right before COVID hit, he got insider information from some Republican or something, some meeting the government had was basically saying, hey, COVID's here, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't public yet. But he knew it was coming. And he put money that the market would go down. He put 25 million. And I think I want to say he turned that 25 million into 2 billion in over a month. Can you imagine? In over a month, 25 million into 1 or 2 billion. All on some insider information. He beat everybody to the punch, put money down on it. He knew what COVID was doing overseas. They knew what was going to happen here, shut shit down. And then the crazy part, he made money while the market was going down. Then he took the money he originally invested and put it in on the market going back up. So he made it going on the way down and on the way back up. But that's when you have insider information, you can do that, which is crazy. Now, I'm not saying he lost those gains this year. I don't know what he did this year. He may have fucking shorted the market again. Because if you have insider information like that, government inside information, where you know inflation and all that shit's coming, they're going to raise interest rates, he may have shorted the market again. He may have made out again. Who knows? Those who says out of sight, out of mind, unless you're day trading, it's not worth the stress. That's why diversifying your stock is so important. So true, Thosa, and that's why long-term is so important. It is not worth the stress because it's going to eventually go back up. So you might as well just get you in some good, stable stocks and just say, hey, I want to invest for 5 years, 10 years, and just let it ride. Check it out every now and then. You might have to change a few things around, you know what I mean? But it's definitely not worth the stress. But I'm going to say one thing about newbies, they can't help it. When you start investing, you'll look at that shit every 5 minutes. You just can't help it. You're going to look at it and see what it's doing. Unless you just don't have the time. But I know when I first started, man, I was looking at that shit every fucking second. What this stock was doing. I just couldn't help it. So yeah, what time is it? Am I out of time? I got 5 more minutes left, y'all. Yeah, people, they say, you know, the SEC is supposed to stop insider trading. That's like, imagine if somebody was to tell me, if I knew somebody that worked at Apple and they told me, ooh, Apple's about to get bought out. No, let's be realistic. Let's say I knew somebody that worked at Netflix. And they came and told me Netflix is about to be bought out by Apple. And I went and bought a shitload of Netflix, which will be considered insider trading. But who wouldn't do that? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, are you serious? I'm not supposed to buy this now with the information I know? And I think that's what happened to, what's the lady that her and Snoop Dogg does a show? What the hell? What's her name? Damn, I'm bad with names. The older white lady, I think she does a cooking show, but she went to jail over some stock shit. And I'm like, how do you expect them not to fucking buy a stock that they got a tip on? Martha Stewart, there you go. And I also seen it happen to a football player. I think he was with the Seattle Seahawks. It was in the news for a minute. He got a stock tip. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I guess you got to be smarter how you buy. Don't put the whole fucking house in it, but split it up between accounts and family and different people. But I don't see how you go to jail over a tip, though. I don't get that. Def Jeff, my nephew lost 7K overnight. How did he lose 7K? Did he sell? Because one thing about stocks, you don't lose money until you actually sell. You don't make money until you actually sell. You lose value. It's like my portfolio, my bigger portfolio. Before the end of the year, it was over $1 million. Now it's under $1 million. I didn't lose that money because I didn't sell. So I'm hoping, you know, next year or so it'll be back over the $1 million. So it's not a loss, it's just the value depreciated. And vice versa, if you don't sell when you're up, it's not a gain. So he didn't pay attention for a while. But did he sell, Jeff? That's the whole thing. If he hasn't sold it yet, it's not a loss. It's not a loss on paper. It's just the value has went down. Like right now, even in the accounts that we have with Lindsay and Sarah, we might be down a percentage or two. Or let's say down $2. We didn't lose $2 yet unless we sold everything. So he hasn't lost yet. The value just went down, Jeff. You know what I mean? And a lot of people look at, oh man, I just lost 10 grand overnight. I used to look at it that way and I used to have bad days, but I'm like, damn. Then I seen it go back up the next month. So I stopped stressing off when it goes down now. Because right now I'll be stressing. Like everybody will be stressing right now.
because the market is down like 20%. Some stocks are damn near 50% down. I'm down on one stock like 48%. But if I'm patient, it'll go back up. So you can't like panic off that stuff. But I'm long term, so cash is king for right now, but it's not king. It's not. If you were to have $100,000 and you put it under your bed for 10 years, and you had $100,000 and you put it into a ETF of what you think, that $100,000 is still gonna be $100,000, probably be less because of inflation. But that the investment is probably gonna be $200,000. So I would not say cash is king. Cash is king when the market is down and you need to buy something, yeah. But that's just me though. Some people, like my mom, the older folks, she still keeps money in a jar and under her bed and all that shit. She will not invest for shit. But as you get older, you kind of want to be more safe with your money anyway. You don't want to be, especially if you're retired, you want to have safe investments like in the bonds and maybe dividend stocks. You don't want, if you're living off that, you don't want to be losing some of it while you're in retirement. So I kind of get why she does it that way. All right, what are you guys talking about? Shit, I'm down. What was it? Hold tight. That I'm down because I probably bought it too high. Damn, my phone just died. What the fuck is going on? Everything's dying. Jesus. It's one of them electric car companies. Hold on. It's not Tesla though. It's another one. And I'm bad with names, so I gotta look it up. What's the new electric car company, the new hot thing? Hold on, I'll find it in a minute. It's Lucid. Lucid Group. LCID. That's what I'm down. Last time I looked, I was down like 48% off. It looks like I might be up a little bit more because now it's up some. Because it's $17 right now. I think I had an average of like $27 a share, 28. And I know when I last looked at it, Lucid was damn near at 14 or 15, so it might be up a little bit more. But it's Lucid, yeah. LCID is a stock symbol, Lucid Group. They make the electric car. It's actually a nice ass electric car that they make. But that's what I'm down 48% on, or was. So anyway, I don't like risk at all. Set me up with some dividend paying stocks. I want to keep all my principal. You don't necessarily keep all your principal on the dividend paying stocks, but you will get that same dividend each month or quarterly or however it pays out. But not necessarily will you keep your principal, because that stock price could go up or down. It's just the dividend payout pretty much stays the same if you have a good dividend stock. Shoe shine. All right. Shoe shine says Steve D when you back on Fremont. Candy says hi, shoe shine. Yeah, that's pretty much for the stock talk. It's 10 o'clock, y'all. Seems like every time I get ready to get off, more people come in here. But that's good. That's good you guys are interested in this. What else is in here? Any other good comments? Jeff says he didn't sell. Mysterious Mike, you be waiting for years off the hook, girls. What are you talking about? Which stock are you down? Got that hook. It's going to happen. Oh my God, Brent, did you invest in Rivian? I hope anybody didn't. That shit is, remember that shit was at like $200 now? What is it at? Now it's at 27. Let me see its 52-week high. It might be a good time to, Rivian went up to $179. Then it went all the way down to 19. Now it's at 27. That's crazy. You see how this, man, them are some volatile ass stocks. Glad I didn't invest in Rivian. I would have probably bought it at like $150 and be crying right now. Yeah, Mike, for long term. And it depends on what price you buy them at. Because a lot of lithium stocks, they ran up in price. They went way too high, overreaction, and then they came back down. Because I bought a few of them. Just luckily, I got out of them in time. But over time, they will be. But it's like none of them are even making money right now, and people are just buying them for the future, but they're buying them at too high of a price. It's like Rivian. When they came out, their initial public offering, they came out on the stock market, I think at like $100. You understand? Their first trade was $100. Now the stock is $27. So a lot of these companies get way past themselves, and you got to kind of be careful with that. I saw a Rivian truck a couple of weeks ago, sharp looking ass truck. Now it might catch up like 5 years from now, but if you bought it at $100, you're sick right now. So yeah, anyway, all right, you guys. Glad to have you guys in here, and glad to know you guys actually like to listen to this shit. Cause I could do 8 hours on this shit, to be honest, especially once I get my laptop charged up and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'll post in the community section next time I'll come on and do some stuff. It might be tomorrow, just because I wanted to do it from StreamYard, but my laptop died. So, and if somebody wants to join me, like CT guy, but some of y'all might not want to be on camera though, so who knows? What the hell? Where the hell is that? Really, Tulsa? Oh, if Shoeshine is still in here, damn, I want to show that video. But anyway, me and Shoeshine are doing something next week with whoever watched. If you guys watched the stream from Fremont last Saturday where there's a few fights, that stream is on private right now, but me and Shoeshine, actually more, Shoeshine is going to do a commentating. He's going to commentate, if I'm saying that right, the fight that was on Fremont, because it was a fun fight. If somebody got hurt, I probably wouldn't show it because I don't like that, but it was a girl fight, which will be the prelim. And then there was, if you guys remember, it was the guy in the white who would not stop. It was epic. But anyway, Shoeshine's gonna do a play-by-play, blow-by-blow. I think it'll be funny. I think it'll be epic. That'll be next week. We're gonna edit it and, do some slow motion stuff, maybe put some effects to it, and he's gonna do his commentary on it. And I think that's gonna be a most watched video, to be honest, especially with his take on it. That's gonna be, him saying, hey, he should have hit him with a left hook instead of the right, stuff like that. I think it'll be fun. No one got hurt in the fight, so I think we could actually, have some fun with it. And especially the prelim where the girls was fighting. That was pretty funny because they were just drunk and falling all around. Don't promote the fight. Why not? Off the hook. Negative. I thought you knew this stream was all about negativity. Really? But I filmed the fight, so maybe I shouldn't have filmed it. So I don't know about that one, Off the Hook girls, but maybe you shouldn't watch that day. I'll put it out there so the people that don't like fighting, they just won't watch. How about that? So you'll know not to come in and watch it. Because I thought it was watching drunks fight, I thought it was pretty entertaining. So we'll see what people have to say, but we'll keep it friendly. Shoeshine know how to present it, I'm sure. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. What else? You know what I don't like is I hate watching what is it, the UFC? Like that gets really violent. Sometimes I gotta look away. I'm like, damn. Boxing I like watching because it's, you know, it's pretty safe nowadays. It seems like it's not like the old school boxing. But the UFC stuff, it does kind of get violent. But I don't know if Off the Hook Girl, if you even seen this video, it wasn't really violent. It was a bunch of kicks and misses, and I don't know. It was funny to me, shit. Especially the girls. But anyway, all right. Put the Benny Hill song in the background. Yeah, y'all gotta give me some ideas. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make this pretty funny. The dude in all white, yeah. Oh, if he could see himself, he'd be like, what the hell was I doing? This dude was in all white fighting, and he was trying to do some Bruce Lee kicks and all kind of shit. Shit was crazy. And was getting his ass whooped and just would not stop. He had to be on something. Yeah, dude thought he was a Karate Kid for sure. For sure. Let me see something real quick now that this is I want to show y'all a piece of it in slow motion. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all a clip.
They over there fighting on.
I just want to show y'all the kick, y'all. Fighting did to it.
I would let it go.
Alright, hold tight, y'all. Oh, shit. This is the part I gotta show y'all. Hold on. That's all you get. That's all you get if you haven't seen it. Anyway, you'll get Shoe Shine's commentary on that, and I'll probably be in the background laughing. Yeah, you've seen it live, which Justin, you gotta see it. You gotta see it with Shoe Shine's take and some effects in the background, slow motion, all that. You know what I mean? Laughing at y'all's comment. Lindsay said it looked choreographed. All right, y'all, man. I gotta get to what the hell did I say I was about to watch? I gotta get to Ozark, y'all. Hey, Derek, show the part where dude is getting run over. But I gotta save that, Mike. I gotta save it. If I show it all now, it ain't gonna be no fun later. He didn't. They said he almost got ran over. Shit. I gotta save some, y'all. Anyway, you'll see a trailer go up. A trailer go up probably over the weekend. Derek, remember the girl who tried? Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, she tried to hit me, and I'm trying to save her because she was basically about to get jumped. Yeah, I'm just glad that car didn't panic, because that car could have panicked and really ran him over. Now, that would have been sad. Could have done some damage, but the car didn't panic and kind of just sat there. Because most people would like, man, I got to get the hell out of here and pull out. And he could have been really injured. So anyway, I don't know what channel you think you watching Off the Hook Girls. This channel keep it raw, so you might want to switch over to Turn It Up World or somebody. I don't know, because I'm gonna keep it like it is. So I would say Off the Hook Girls, just when you see it, don't watch it. It's like boxing be on TV. They don't force you to watch it. So I'm gonna say the same here, because we're gonna keep it live and keep it raw. So yeah, go check out Turn It Up World when we show the fight. It's gonna be fight night Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. It's somebody else out there too. I just know Turn It Up World. They wouldn't film something like that. You know what I mean? It's just me. I had to get that on film. That was too entertaining. So plus I walked right into it. Shit, I was actually walking from one fight trying to catch up with Nurse Viv, and they right in front of me fighting. So it was like, Jesus, okay, I got you. Migos song fight night. So it kind of walked into me. I didn't go looking for that. I didn't go looking for any of them. They kind of walked right to me. So, but yeah, who else is, Mom Food got a channel you might want to watch where she's just eating food. Is it Mom Food? It's Mom Food, right? Yeah, maybe you should watch Mom Food's channel at that time. I think she's doing like a mukbang or mukbang. What do you call that shit? What is it called? Mukbang? She's doing a mukbang. Yeah, this definitely ain't the Disney Channel. It's not. It's borderline HBO and porn. Borderline HBO and Pornhub. Yeah, I almost had a third fight too. Yeah, Mom Food. Put your link in here so what's her name? Off the Hook Girls can check your stuff out. And actually, who else? I think Mark keeps it pretty clean, don't he? He keeps it pretty clean with his channel, I think. The Godfather of Fremont. B Buffer comment. I think you were commenting on Lindsay. My fault. It's Dodger fan. Steve D, be quick with them links, boy. Woo! What you be having them already ready to go, Steve D? This is everything. Shoeshine Boxing has a boxing channel, and he's going to be the guest. So yes, this will be a boxing channel for about 10 minutes. D Gates, did you go back and see that homie take what look? No, I didn't go back and look at that. You know what? I am going to check that out. I will look at that, the Gates. I did not check that out. Yeah, the other me, he kind of keeps it calm. Off the Hook Girl, we be interviewing hookers and whores and everything else. And what you think this channel was? We do a lot of stuff. We're about to have a OnlyFans link to this, so if you want to see some porn type of stuff, I think Lindsay and her boyfriend do sex videos. You could go over to the OnlyFans and watch Lindsay. You can watch Lindsay Does It. The movie Lindsay Does It. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot. You just got to pay for that one, though. It's not free. That's the title, Lindsay. Lindsay Does It. Oh, my God. Anyway. All right, y'all, man. Y'all check out Shoeshine if you want to see some good boxing stuff and some commentary. And, yeah. That's it for me right now. I gotta go catch up on what is it? Ozark. Yeah, Ozarks. I might start a surfing channel right at ooh. Can you surf, Mysterious Mike, or are you just gonna film people surfing? JD Nice, I couldn't explain it better myself. I keep saying I'm about to go when I never go. All right, thumbs up who's watched Ozark, and then I'm gonna go. Who has watched all of Ozark in here besides Lindsay? Derek P, how was it good? Are the last 4 episodes good? Or does it die off? Man, it's already, what time is it? 10. Damn, I gotta go, man. Y'all kept me here. Never been surfing. Watched some surfing, but never been surfing. Aren't I too big to surf? Do you have to be a certain size to surf? Seems like I only see thin guys surfing. Steve D, give Lindsay's OnlyFans account. Give him the link to Lindsay's OnlyFans. Today is Wednesday, okay. Anyway, you guys, let me get out of here. See y'all. Y'all will see Nurse Viv tomorrow. But I may come on and do the stuff I wanted to do today with the stocks. But definitely you'll see Nurse Viv tomorrow. And then you might see some Vault on the weekend. I wonder if Steve D will mod for the Vault. Or is that too much for you, Steve? Or does Steve even know what the Vault is? I would definitely like to see Steve D in here when I'm at the Vault. He might not mod for the Vault though, I don't know. All right, you guys. I won't watch Ozark until the wife dies. Ooh, I hate the wife. And after he caught her cheating on her, man, with that old dude, like, what the hell? I hated her after that part. I mean, she gangsta as fuck, but I really don't like the wife, you're right. I need her to take a bullet. Tosu, yeah. I look like a substitute teacher, really? That's a compliment off the hook, girls. I appreciate that. No clue what it is, but I'll be a... All right, Steve. Okay. All right, you guys. I got to get out of here, man. I keep delaying. All right. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for the super chats. Just thanks for you guys hanging out, listening to the stuff. But next time, I'll have the numbers for you guys, and it'll be a lot clearer. And I'm out. I got to get this right. I'm out in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I can't keep these fingers up. That's hard. Can anybody do that? Can anybody keep these 2 fingers up? Oh, 2, 1. We're going to try that next time and see if everybody can keep their finger up. All right. See y'all later. Holla. That's not funny, Lindsay. Later. Oh, man. In my...